First word, maybe 热闹. Because I think most places in China, there are lots of people and there's lots of things going on, and I feel that people like when it's a little bit noisy and exciting.
Busy. There's always activity. There's a lot going on.
A lot of people. We are not used to see so much people in the streets. Food!
Maybe like difficult because of the language. Everyone is so patient with us when we're trying to speak in Chinese, or when we just say ting budong, they're like, oh, ha, 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 that's okay, that's okay.
I've really enjoyed all of the places where I've been able to see natural beauty. I went to Huangshan, Yellow Mountain. I've seen some. I've been to the 9 Dragon Waterfalls in Anhui Province. So just a lot of very beautiful natural scenery.
I'd say it's the food. I really like Chinese food. There's a huge variety of things you can taste.
I must say, China, it's a learning for the entire world. The kind of industrialization being happened, the kind of globalization and is being taken care, the kind of manufacturing hub in all the cities, and the way it's developing so rapidly. I think it's a message to the entire world that they should follow.
So when I first got here, I had a little bit of trouble with the bathrooms. Using the toilet, like the squatty potties.
Driving on the roads, it's a little fast and scary for me. I have an e-bike, a moped, and sometimes it's a little scary. I think that's the biggest difference for me. But I really love China, so really not many disappointments.
The metro line that I live nearest, whenever I get off to transfer, it's a very busy stop. So I have to be very aggressive because there's always so many people trying to rush in, and there's also so many people trying to rush out. So I have to sort of get down and just sort of charge through, and that happens every time.
The language, I will say, because the principal, the main language we have here to communicate with people is English, and you only know Chinese, or most of the people only know Chinese, so it is difficult for us to communicate with people from here.
For instance, in public, some elderly people, they still like to spit on the floor sometimes, or maybe they yawn very loudly in the metro. Or sometimes in Shanghai you see people wearing their sleeping how do you say that? Sleeping clothes when they go outside and walking their dogs, like the shui. So I think this is funny and also sometimes a little bit surprising as a foreigner.
I think one of the first expectations I had was just like air quality. That's all we hear about in America, but coming here, it's not really been a thought I've had. Like our city has like some of the cleanest water, and we have mountains that we can climb, and so I find like the outdoors very enjoyable,
At first I thought that it would be very different from where we are coming from, but then I realized that of course the culture is different, but it's similar to the big cities, and I was expecting something much more different.
I think I expected all of the buildings to be very ancient looking and for there to be rice paddies everywhere. I just imagined an older version of China, and it's so much more, it's so urban, and especially Shanghai, it's such a metropolis city, very modern.
Come with an open mind. Do not expect everything to be just like your hometown where you're from.
To download the translator before coming here. Yes, and to learn a little bit of Chinese, like some words. It will be helpful.
I would say that carry an application which can transform, the English to Chinese or whichever language he knows. That will actually help him a lot.
First, learn a few key phrases. That way you don't have to say, I don't understand all the time. But other than that, I would really suggest coming here with a very open mind and not having a lot of expectations of what you think it should be like. That way when you come here, you can really just enjoy the experience and take everything in as it comes.
Thank you so much for having me. I only have 3 more months left here. Thank you for welcoming me and putting up with me and being patient with me because I can't speak Chinese. So thank you for having me. You are a fascinating, important country.